top. Monfu Prof, off top. You already know what's up, man. This is the top 5 most powerful champions according to the lore, courtesy of my man Necrit. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Y'all know what's up, man. We here.
Everyone, and welcome. League of Legends has its lore all over the place, and because the game balances every champion to be equal, we don't really get the true sense of power. So we are going to go through the top 5 most powerful champions according to the lore. I'm sorry to disappoint those that came here to see some most overpowered champions, but this has nothing to do with balancing. This is all about lore.
It's here to tell the
Also
story.
note that this is not going to be some short version of the stories. I will give you as much detail as I can. So without further ado, let's start with number 5. After the Rune Wars, it was no secret that magic was scattered all around the world of Runeterra. This meant that magic began to have many different forms as different cultures started using it. Major cities usually had universities that would teach young mages how to wield magic. But there was a student that wasn't quite interested in this type of magic. After all, the universities censored some of the spells to prevent major harm. So, this student decided to travel around to Runeterra looking for raw and wild magics. He met many different mages that taught him how to use arcane powers. But he also met witches and shamans that taught him shamanistic rituals. But one day, his travels brought him to an ancient form of spellcraft, known as Thorn Magic. This art requires the wielder to tattoo spells on his body, permanently infusing him with arcane powers.
Okay, so now, as into that, I believe it was the Rise cinematic, the RYZE, that dude had those things like etched in his body. Does that have anything to do with this? Something I need to know.
Finally fulfilled his need to bond with the energies of Runeterra, but he didn't know this wasn't the end. His travels also led him to uncover a giant indestructible scroll with spells so powerful even he doesn't want to use them. So now, a young student that traveled the world, mastering both arcane and lightning, capable of fast regeneration, manipulating the elements, able to commune with the spirits and the land itself, losing the mortality to become the most powerful mage in the universe. He became the protector of the key of destruction of this world. Of course, this is the story of Rise.
Ooh, yo, see, bruh. Y'all ain't gonna tell me that I don't pay attention, dog, because I was hip. I was hip off top, bruh. That's a proud Monfu moment, yo. Yo, go screenshot that. Share that with your friends, yo.
Scroll and stick it somewhere safe.
Okay. Word, that's
As
dope.
you can see, magic is extremely powerful tool in Runeterra. For that reason, you should expect a lot of mages on this list. Our next candidate comes from the Nordic wastes of Runeterra. Everything started in the ancient Freljord before the fall of Shurima. At the time, Freljord was ruled by 3 sisters, Avarosa, Zorilda, and Lysandra. Back then, the Frozen Watchers lived. No one knew where they came from, but everyone kneeled before them. The Watchers offered them gifts, magic, immortality. They even gave their servants a name, Iceborne. In return, all they wanted was their fortress, empire, and their loyalty. Avarosa knew something wasn't right. Her people turned into slaves, so she started a rebellion. Shortly after that, Avarosa and her Iceborne horde defeated the Watchers and those that stayed loyal in Holding Abyss. Avarosa then froze Greyor so that his spirit would be prepared to sound the horn if Watchers returned. But even after the defeat of the Watchers, Lysandra, still infused with their powers, she stayed loyal. You see, she was clever. She knew that because people defeated the Watchers once already, they would be able to do it again. And so she killed every living being that knew something about the Watchers. Soon, the Watchers were only a myth. But she knew that she would need a new army of servants. The immortal powers that the Watchers gave her allowed her to take the body and mind of a dead person. So she murdered the queen of the Frostguard's tribe and claimed her throne. For generations, she would fake her own death and then take on the next queen so that she wouldn't rise a suspicion.
That makes
After many
sense.
generations,
So basically, she was just getting rid of the evidence. That's her good ability. She wiped Ish out. She neuralized it, and just she runs in there. I
while
like
she
it.
was under the name of Prince Mauvalet,
Okay.
she named her daughter Lysandra. And so when she claimed her body, she claimed her original name as well. With the powers to use unbreakable ice as a weapon, being practically immortal, Lysandra awaits the return of the Frozen Watchers.
Okay.
Our next hero has a shrouded past. We don't know much about him. We don't know much about where he came from, or what is his purpose. Some call him legend, warrior saver, a god. The others won't live to tell the tale. He is one of only 5 remaining of an ancient race called
Okay.
the Darkin. Only 3 of those 5 are known to history. From those 3, we know one name, Aatrox. The Darkins have been part of the history since the very beginning of time. One of the earliest tales we know of tells a story about 2 factions, the Protectorate using the Stag Crest, and the Mage Lords using the Owl Crest. The magic used for their battles destroyed lands, wiped out life, and ultimately opened a rift that drawn in a creature called Baron. You see, this battle took place on the Summoner's Rift. The Stags and the Owls are the 2 sides that we fight for. Over time, the Mage Lords won a series of crushing victories. They were about to wipe out the Men of Protectorate. The tired Men of Protectorate stood ready to make their last stand. As all hope seemed lost, Aatrox appeared among them. With a few words, he inspired them to fight to their last breath, as he threw himself into the battle. At first, the Men of Protectorate could only...
See, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I haven't seen this dude yet. This is the first time I'm seeing him, so I'm getting a little background story. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I'm like halfway to my subscribers on my gaming channel, a little bit over halfway. I think I'm at like 600 now. I've been slacking a little bit. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I've been a little busy, so I've been slacking, but I promise you I'm gonna drop a few videos this week. We're gonna get to that 1,000 subscribers, and I'd say probably 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks max. We gonna be playing. You feel me? Like, I'm gonna be playing, and I'm gonna tell you, you guys don't even know yet, but I'm telling you now, I'm picking random subscribers. People that I know have been around. Don't think that I don't read my comments. I read my comments. That don't mean go and harass me in my comments, but I read my comments. I pay attention to who be on every video, dropping likes. I mean, dropping comments on every one of my videos. Those are the people I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna be like, yo, email me, DM me on Twitter, blah, blah, blah. We gonna chop it up. You gonna help me play this game off top. So just know it's coming. I don't know if I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna probably be trash. You already told me I'm gonna be trash, but we here for it, bro. We gonna try and we gonna get it, bro. We gonna play. We gonna stream. We gonna have fun. I appreciate you guys, but we gonna get a little bit. You know what I mean?
Watch Aatrox as he cleaved through their enemies. Shortly after, they followed Aatrox into the battle, each fighting with the furious strength of 10. Until they had won a most unlikely victory. Shortly after the battle, Aatrox vanished. The Darkins changed the course of history by joining important battles and disappearing again.
Okay.
But
so that's a good power, essentially. I don't know what you call it, but that's a good power because you don't know when they're gonna come back, is what I'm assuming. It's powerful.
even if they disappear, the bloodlust in those warriors will not. Tryndamere is an example.
Okay.
He was also near death before Aatrox appeared to save his life. It seemed like the Darkins don't care about why the wars are happening. All they care about is the body count after it. Each death on the battlefield empowers them and their blades, and makes them more powerful. We have proofs of the Darkins joining battles in Demacia, Noxus, Bilgewater, Ionia, Shurima, Freljord, and probably many more. It almost seems like the Darkins are preparing for a much bigger enemy.
Even those who have nothing can give their lives.
Bruh. Off top, you already know, we gonna leave with the cliffhanger. Got part 2 coming the next day. I'm not sure what day this is dropping. Tune in, like, comment, subscribe. Monfu. Bow.